May Gavanan everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am, and today on Warhorse Wednesday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Currently, we are on our way to the Sucrofts. We had just finished up the Eves of Fanghorn, and we got a quest from one of the people that we rescued from the Eves of Fanghorn that will take us out to the Sucrofts. So that's where we're going to head now. That and following along the main story quest as we are on our way to help the Ring Bearers and the Fellowship accomplish their goals. But before we get started, though, there is one thing I would like to do. I have a thing that I'm starting to do on my streams these days. If there is an event that is going on in the world that you'd like to have advertised, I'd like to go ahead and share it here. The one event that I'd like to talk about really quick is the Bartunel Cider Mill. The seasonal grand opening will be happening Sunday, January the 25th, and it will be on the Shire Homesteads. Oh, God, what server is that? Let me guess. I can't remember what server it is. Give me 1 second. I got to find the server for that one. Let me pop open this here. I would help if I actually knew what server it was, so my apologies to everyone here. There we go, player events. I'm trying to find out what server it is. They don't list the server. Oh my, they don't list the server. I don't know what server it is. Well, it's happening on Sunday the 25th, so there's a little... Oh, sorry, Meriadoc. My apologies. This is on the Meriadoc server, and it's open to everybody. They'll have the Hillbilly Moonshiners, the Evendom Hillbillies, and the Missing Mugs performing. There'll be free juice and cider, free apple pie, and a Hobbit line dance. At the Leftorium Cider Mill at 2 Chalk Road, Bartunel neighborhood, the Shire Homesteads. The doors will open at 7 p.m. UK, which is 2 p.m. server time, on the 25th of January. So if you're interested in these events, please come on down. And if you have other events that you would like for me to share on my streams, you can post it on my Discord server. Link is down below. You can send me an email at talisian@gmail.com. And please put in the subject line LOTRO events so that it'll stand out for me. Or you can post your event information on the in the notes for the streams that you see here. And I'll do my best to go ahead and get that shared out for everyone so that they can join in. Hey, dude, I just got a little title fitting my character. It's Blossom in the Snow. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations, Destiscardo. I'm currently working with the Grey Company, but I think it's about time for me to do a change myself, so we will soon see. Let me go ahead and get into game here real quick. Yeah, I did post a little stream when I earned the world-renowned title, which was getting kindred status with 11 of the Eriador factions, all the way from the very beginning. The Matham Society, Thorin Hall, all the way up through the Grey Company, I think it is. Yeah, that was definitely a pain in the ass to get. But there's on my YouTube page, there's just a little short in the Lotro channel that shows me earning it. And for that title, I got, I think... I want to say 40 Lotro points, title, world known, and a free horse, the Steed of Eriador. It took me a lot of work. I'd been working on that one since pretty much day one that I logged onto the server. So, but as we all know, every day is a Hobbit's birthday, and because it's a Hobbit's birthday, we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. And it looks like today I have a silver present available, and it looks like there's still options available to get Yule presents, though that will be ending soon. So let's see what present we get today. 50 Virtue XP and 1 gold piece worth of copper scraps. You know what? I am not going to say no to that. And there's still a bonus Virtue XP event going on now, but that's going to also be ending very shortly. So please be aware of that. All right, so I was currently here because I was offline. I was working on some of my crafting skills and my tasks and such. But we're going to go ahead now and head back to Eomer, which is where we are currently questing from. As soon as I find the Climbing, Harwick, Floodwind. Okay, then I guess we will go to Eoworth. There we go. Yeah, we're currently up to Volume 3, Book 9, Chapter 4 of the MSQ. And it's called The Stone of Wigland. There he is right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this quest. And this one is, to catch everybody up real quick, Eomer's outside the meat hall of Eoworth, and he's ready to ride south when you are, but he has a number of destinations he wants to visit before turning for Edoras and home. So let's go ahead and talk to him real quick.
You are welcome to ride with my men and I on our southward road.
But there is one place that I have planned to stop before we reach Snowborne. Have you heard of Wigland's Stone? It's involved in the tale of Rohan, and I am quite interested in seeing it again. For those of you who may not know, there is a curse that is attached to Wigland's Stone and those who fall under Eomer's family. And he is worried that the curse is going to impact him, which is why he wants to go to the stone. So we will go with him to the stone and see what's going on.
I have business in Snowborne, but first I would see Wigland's Stone. Will I next fall to the crone's curse?
And we've already made it to the stone. There it lies, the Stone of Wigland. Do you know the tale? Eomer seems surprised to hear that you have been told the tale of Wigland the Crone and King Fengil, but then realization dawns. Ah, of course you would know it. How could you travel with a bard such as Horn and not know it? It is a popular tale, though it can be grim and unpleasant. I expect it to be true in all the lands. The people enjoy stories that seem to explain their poor lot or continued hardship. The Mark's finest lore masters pored over the words of Wigland's curse. They read it as thus, that no son born of Fengil or his heirs would survive to sit long upon the throne. They thought the curse would end if something happened to restore the lost glory of Rohan. And it looks like there's somebody here. Looks like a Dryad, a learned scholar, is also here. I wasn't expecting this. It was thought that for many years that Wigland's curse had already expired. My uncle's father, Thengil, lived in Gondor, and the lords of Rohan called a Whiten and begged him to return to the Mark and take the throne. They said he was virtuous enough and would be such a good king that his reign was certain to end the curse. And indeed, Thengil lived long, and his son, Theoden, now has many years behind him. But it seems now, with the death of Prince Theodred, that the curse merely slumbered. Perhaps it did not affect Thengil or my uncle because they were already born, or because they were not in the Riddermark when it was set. None but Wigland can know, and she is long dead. The curse that did not affect Thengil did affect his daughters, and few of their sons survived to reach adulthood. I am the line of King Fengil. Will the curse of Wigland now affect me? Am I fated to die and Rohan to suffer? Will all that I seek to accomplish come to naught? The deeds of the past often have grave effects on the present. Curses have power, and with the forces of belief behind them, they can become even more powerful. How else can the misfortune of Fengil's line be explained? And how will the knowledge of the curse affect Eomer's actions now? The people of Rohan need him to be strong. He cannot cower in fear of Wigland's memory, or his people will suffer. That's definitely true, especially more than ever. They need a strong king and a strong line behind that king. I've been so certain the curse was broken, as had been all of Rohan. What must it be like to labor neath the shadow of such a thing, and never know when it will reveal its fangs? If Eomer out of fear refuses to fight the evils that face our land, then King Fengil's greed will have struck the death blow for Rohan. We are under attack. Mount up and slay them all. Ah, got it. There we go. There we go. Why would they attack us, though? I know why, because we have Eomer here, of course. That scout did not, or the scholar did not leave, though. That's very interesting. The orcs of unwillingly helped me. During the battle, I had no thought at all for Wigland or her curse. I have made up my mind. I will not allow the curse of Wigland to control my actions. I am my own man, Eomer's son, and I do not fear the memory of the ill deeds or done or vengeance sought. I will fight for the people of Rohan until I no longer can do so, and even then, I will keep fighting. I've given Wigland the time I thought she was due, and now I put the stone behind me and will think of it no more. Onward to Snowborne. We are needed. I want to talk to this... Okay, I can't talk to the scholar anymore. Okay. Alright, let's move on to Snowborne. Alright, so let's talk to Eomer here near the stone.
Thank you for your help, friend.
I am glad to have you and your companions as allies when danger strikes. Orcs and wargs are the type of danger I am not afraid to face. Threats of a more otherworldly nature? Those I cannot abide. Still, Eomer's son will face such dangers with a bold heart as he can manage, and bolder still with allies such as you at his side.
I am ready to continue our ride south to Snowborne, if you are.
I ordered Refostred to empty his land, sending his people across to the Entwash where they could be better defended. But he is young, and I fear foolish. I ride to see if he's obeyed my command. We will speak again in Snowborne. And it looks like I dinged 87. Let me go ahead and see if there are any traits that I can spend points on. Oh, I've got 4 points available. Yeah, I guess there's a couple that I can spend. I can put it up to increase my critical strike. Yeah, let's do that. We'll increase my critical strike chance. There we go. And that moves my crit hit chance to 23.5% out of a max of 25 before I'm capped. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. So we need to meet up with Eomer in Snowborne. And that's going to head me that away. I guess I must not be too far away. But let's get buffed up, because if this stream is going to be anything like last stream, I'm probably going to be inundated with Nazgul. So I might as well get buffed up and ready to go. It looks like there is a warband. Oh, the warband's far away. It's on the other side of Snowborne easily. Mordor orcs. All right, maybe I can make my way peacefully now. And there's the revive circle if necessary. Oh, here's Garsfield. Okay. Well, since I'm here at Garsfield, I do actually have a quest. I need to talk to Gisil in the Mean Hall. So I might as well go ahead and pick that up while we're here. And I just completed a deed for discovering Garsfield. I have found 10 cities within eastern Rohan. And I've earned the title of settler. And 5 LOTRO points. That's a good way to get started. We'll go ahead and pick up the stable master while we're here.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
And we'll go ahead and bind. And let's go ahead and talk to Gisil, Silent Harvest. By the way, that quest was from Leofmar, who was one of the Rohirrim that I rescued in the fangs of the Eves of Fanghorn. And he asked me next time I was in Garsfield to talk to Gisil. So, since we're here, we'll go ahead and talk to him.
You did very well.
Welcome to Garsfield, stranger. I am Gisil, Thane of Garsfield. I must say that I find myself impressed that you managed to make your way into our town alive. Many forces have besieged Garsfield, and my men and I have struggled to keep them outside the walls. For such boldness, I will hear what you have to say. You relay your tale of Leofmar and your journey to the Sucrofts. Leofmar? I've not seen him for some time now. No matter, he sent you here for good reason, and if you are to aid us, we must act quickly. And that starts off a new deed where I must complete quests within the Sucrofts. And that is to complete 40 quests to get some coins, a golden token, a title, and some virtue experience. Easy way, just playing the game, you get LOTRO points. I love it. Works for me all the time. But Gisil has a number of quests for me to complete, so. First one is Trouble on the Crofts. Well, actually, let's start with some of the text that he has here. Tell me of yourself.
Thank you for your help.
I am Gisil, Thane of Garsfield. I have fought against the foes of Rohan all of my life. Orc, Dunlending, Haradrim, none have escaped my spear. My elder brother Dagrid had long been reeve of these lands until he was felled by an arrow of an orc, and now his son Fastrid rules Snowborne in his stead. I have grown weary with the king's decline and pray that he will return to his old ways soon, lest the mark be the worse for it. But tell me of your kin.
You did very well.
My sons, Deerwine and Gisling, have made me proud. Gisling, my eldest, remains at my side in Garsfield and aids my people with all of his might. As for Deerwine, he is betrothed to Thane Winsig of Walstrow, and serves Theoden King at Erebus, where along with his duties he waits for that wretch Grima to slip in his deception. Glorious the day will be when that worm's head rests on a pike. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. And what forces threaten Garsfield?
Thank you for your help.
Indeed, my people face trying times. Outside Garsfield, goblins and half-orcs of the White Hand have left our crops and fields in ashes. Now even Crebain peck at these wounds. I've not the men to spare to handle so many threats at once. I definitely do understand that. But he has a quest now, Trouble on the Crofts.
I need your help.
It is no secret that Garsfield has fallen on the very worst of times. For my own part, I have struggled to keep the Crofters from the enemies at our doorstep, and more importantly, for the panic that they are surely feeling. My son, Gisling, has taken a more active role in moving against our foes, but we fight a losing battle. If you would, speak with him. He may have use for you on the fields, and I am curious to know of any new thoughts he has for the days ahead. Okay. Well, I will talk to Gisling, and he's right over here.
What brings you to these lands?
Greetings. Sintrancher, was it? I am Gisling, son of Gisil. I'm sorry for my rather unenthusiastic introduction, but dark days are over Garsfield. The half-orcs stalk our fields, Crebain pick the crops that still stand, and the orcs have pushed forth to the south. I am certain we can beat them back, but I know not how long we can hold out against the tide. For now, though, we should fight. Return to my father. I may be skillful in battle, but only because I have learned from his valor through the years. He will surely have some thought on what our next move should be.
Thank you for your help.
Ah, yes, Gisling is right. I have thoughts of my own on how to resolve this matter, but we have talked enough for now. Let us first aid the peoples of Garsfield and push back against those that would surround us. And he has 2 new quests for me. First one is an unexpected crop.
I need you to do this.
My son's heart is in the right place. The half-orcs have sacked most of our fields and lurk just outside of town. We've held them on the fields, but we will soon find ourselves surrounded. If you could take up the fight to them, we might be able to start pushing back towards their camp to the northeast. Travel to the Crofts just outside of town and you will find the half-orcs there. Or if you don't, they will certainly find you. Go with care. Oh, I'll definitely take care of some half-orcs. I have no problem bloodying my blade against them. And the other one he has is feeding Garsfield.
I need your help.
As I said, the safety of my people is of utmost importance to me. The half-orcs are causing far more harm than damage they do outside of town. With our crops ravaged, it won't be long before our supplies of food begin to run dry. There are many among us that require aid, and I would ask that you seek out Egleric and Benwyn, 2 crofters that have toiled for the good of Garsfield for many years now. Also, I am certain that my son will have another task for you should you seek him out. Speak to them, and know that you yet may bring hope back to Garsfield. I can do that.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Rapid rations. Ah, my father has sent you. Very well, let me tell you of our next course of action. About 3 days ago, Snowborne sent a caravan of supplies north to aid us in our situation, but it never made it here. I believe the caravan was ambushed by goblins and half-orcs, and now food that would have saved us is in the hands of the enemy. The goblin riders would have been the ones to strike at any passers-by. They patrol the fields to the east and southwest of Garsfield. Run them down and see if we can get any of our rations back. That I can do. And actually, let me throw up that because I need... There we go. Because I need to talk to those people real quick. We need to, let's see, the quest is feeding Garsfield, so let's see where those people lie. And it looks like they're that way, just outside of Garsfield, which is what I was hoping. What quest is this? Is this one of them? Yes, Burnwind is one of the 2 people I need to talk to.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Hello, my name is Berwin. If you would spare some time, I would greatly appreciate your help. I have seedlings that are ready to plant, but alas, our crops are already damaged nearly beyond repair. The grimness of our situation is not lost upon me, traveler. Yet I know that we can survive, and if we can plant more crops for the next harvest, I know we will be better off. If you would, go out to the crofts. You have strength enough to fend off those wicked half-orcs, so I trust that you can plant these for me. Please be safe, though. I can do that. Yep, over here. And I'm assuming Agiric. Yes, Agiric.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Oh, traveler, I am Agiric, and until recently I was a respectable crofter. Have you heard that flapping? That infernal cawing on our fields? Thought the half-orcs were bad, but even they do not peck at our wounds. Those dark birds have come to strip away all that is left of our crops. Even the scarecrows have been torn asunder. I have an idea, though. Those birds aren't too bright. Will you go out to the crofts and fool them for me? Hold still as a scarecrow, and when they come to peck at you, you can solve our problem in your own way. Yeah, let me know how that works. New quest, a convincing scarecrow. You know, I'm a goose herder. I've helped out lots of people, but I have never been a scarecrow before. So that is definitely something new. Takes all types, I say. It looks like they want me over on that side of Garsfield, so we'll head over around town. Herder of geese, scarer of crows, a man of many talents. Yes, indeed. I hope I actually go in the right direction. Oh, well, I guess I should just follow the fires then. Company? Oh, shit. Mournful. This is going to be a fun one. Darn it. Darn it. Move, 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 move. There we go. This is going to be close. There we go. Kept hitting the wrong buttons. But I still picked up 6 Scattered Shadows, though. Thanks. Alright, here we go. But as you can see, the orcs have already done their dirty work out here. Look at these fields. So, all right. So let's see how well of a scarecrow I can be. And here's a nice fresh plot that I can plant. Lol, the scarecrow stance. Yeah, I know. It's funny. I love it. It's great. Herder of cats, herder of geese, you know. Mocker of Kraban, you know, it's all the same, right? All in a day's work, as they say. I have to make sure I get that vapid look in my eyes next time I go into scarecrow mode, right? Yeah, it doesn't work right unless you have that vapid stare. You've got to remember that. Very important. Hey, what do you say? You know, I'm a method actor, right? What is my motivation? I still need 4 more stolen rations. And I got a few more plants to do. There's one more. There we go. That's everything. I've taken care. I've planted the crops. I've fought off the Crabane, and gotten some of the rations back for the people of Garsfield. That's good. Always good when you can help out. So we'll go ahead and turn in these quests. And we'll go ahead and start with the one that's almost out of town and then work our way back toward the mead hall.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh, it worked. Those wretched birds got what they had coming, I say. Thank you for your aid. Maybe now some of my crops will actually make it to the next harvest. Oh, there we go. Head this way. We'll go talk to Burnwind and turn in that quest.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Thank you. I know not if many of those that you planted will make it through the week, but it fills me with hope that one day Garsfield will be as beautiful as it once was. You have my thanks. All in the day's work. It was Brunhild's flapping wings and honking that helped. I couldn't have done it without her. So.
Our mission is dire.
You ran them down. I'm amazed so many of the rations were untouched. Those greedy goblins never have any patience. Good. Let my father know that this is done. I am certain he has more use for you. So that's all 3 of those initial quests that are completed. We'll start first with an unexpected crop.
Thank you for your help.
I'm glad you have returned. The half-orcs will taste revenge for the destruction that has been wrought. You have the thanks of Garsfield, but as always, there's more to be done. And then feeding Garsfield.
Thank you for your help.
You have done very well. I heard joy echoing through Garsfield in a way I have not heard for weeks now. Those half-orcs have given us enough trouble. Now the people are secure, let us fall upon our foes. And it looks like he has some more quests for me. A standard assault.
I need you to do this.
The time has come to bring the fight to these half-orcs. We cannot allow them and the orcs to unite against us in any coordinated fashion. We struggled hard to hold against the half-orcs alone and would surely fall if they banded together. Travel to their camp and destroy their banners. Show them that such evil will never control even the smallest part of Rohan. And it looks like Gisling wants me to head there too. I'm assuming that's where his quests are. Running them off and the killing crofts. Yep, that's basically 2. So that's 3 quests for 1 in one area. I like stuff like that.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Since your attack on the fields, the Goblin Riders have pulled back some of their forces to the half-orc encampment to the northeast of here. We cannot allow them to regroup and set siege upon our crofts again. Track them down and run them down. Track them and run them down. Go with haste. Defeat Goblin Riders outside of Crash Balloon. Almost sounds like a dwarf thing. The killing crofts. You've done much good for Garsfield. My curiosity grows as to how much of our once fertile land remains untouched. Outside the town, the half-orcs and the Crabane destroy everything we hold dear. If you would, investigate the fields around Garsfield to see if there are any signs of life, be it crops or any stragglers who did not heed my father's call to seek shelter within the town. I can most definitely do that. So taking a look at the map, we'll go ahead and start down here and hit these 3 crofts, and then we'll head over to the orc encampment. That'll probably be the easiest way to do it, so we want to head this way out of town. Actually, we'll do this one first. Bradcroft, but it looks like there's a ravaged livestock corpse right here. An unfortunate cow that did not escape Mordor's assault. This cow was slain viciously by an armed attacker, and suddenly an orc strikes. And the orc brings with him a Nazgul. I need to pay attention to the Nazgul alerts on the Discord. I was just a zone over from the last one. Could have joined in. I would have actually logged in a little earlier today and joined the Nazgul alert that happened just before my stream started, but I'm not quite level enough. Those are usually max levels, so since I'm not quite there, it wouldn't have done me any good. I could have gone and shown up, but I wouldn't have picked up any Morgul coins or anything for it, so. But it won't take me too long to get up to max level, even because they've got an XP bonus currently in play, and I usually, even with a little bit I play the couple hours a week, it doesn't usually take me long to get up the level. So. Another ruined field. This cross has suffered massive damage. Nothing remains to save. Yeah, anything under 91 wouldn't make the trip. Yeah, I see. I'm 87 right now, so that's why I didn't even. That's why when I looked at it, and I said I would have loved to join in, but I couldn't. So. Wondering if there's anything here that I can. Okay. We'll mount up and head to the next one. Looks like it's on the other side of Garsfield. And I understand it. I mean, I've been in a number of those Nazgul fights and recorded a couple of them, and I was lucky. I mean, I still die multiple times every time I do one of those Nazgul fights. So I fully understand that you've got to be a certain level to really make a difference in the fight, and B, to be able to earn any rewards. It makes sense to me. The field. Yeah. There's widespread devastation in this crop. The crops are completely torn apart. Alright, so now let's head over and start taking out those goblin riders and the half-orc banners over at the... Oh yeah, why go through it if you'll do nothing? Also, so many deaths. I'm glad there's no item awareness. Yes, that really is a nice thing. I mean, by this point, I mean, it wouldn't hurt me at all if there was any, but still, I'm glad I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to try to take care of these while I'm out here so I don't have to try to... Half a harvest. That guy had a quest. Half-orcs can be found in the camps to the northeast of Garsfield. You should thin out the encroaching forces in hopes of encouraging the townsfolk of Garsfield. He wants me to take out 8 bloodletters and 6 archers. I could probably do that. I still need to defeat 2 more riders. I guess I'll have to catch those when I get out. A ripe crop. A ripe crop that has survived the attacks on the Sucrofts. Looks like it's a new quest, too. Saving the crops. Recently harvested crops can be found scattered around the half-orc camp. You should collect the stolen crops and bring them back to Garsfield. Definitely. And also I look for other goodies too. Any other quests? Go inside tents and see if there's anything fun to lie. I kept thinking that place needed lasagna. I kept calling it Garfield. That's a good one. So that means you like dad jokes too, right? Oh yeah. And there's one of the right-hand banners that I need to drop. Oh, looks like somebody left a backpack around. Oh no. What will we do? Some raw ripped text, a ripped cloak, and a red agate. I'll take those, thank you very much. There's another ripe crop to go ahead, and there's all the ripe crops that I need to bring back, so that quest is now complete. Shadowy. Two more tattered shadows. Here we go. Ooh, looks like I'm getting beat on. That hurt. It hurt my little pinky. Come, Brunhilde. May your flapping scare away my foes. And that's the last banner that I need. Ah, and that's Half-Orc Slayer of the Eastmanet, where I've defeated 100 half-orcs. Half-orcs are crueler than even the cruelest men because of their orcish heritage, harrying the good people of Rohan. And that's worth another 5 LOTRO points. Take a quick break. Okay. I need one more Goblin Rider in order to finish that quest. And I think that's it, right? Yep, that's it. Sucrofts Scout. There we go. let's head back to Garsfield. Go ahead and empty out my inventory before we continue on here. Jeweler Cave. Scholar? Ah, Eastmanet sheet music. Okay, not what I'm looking for. There's still a couple of Eastmanet recipes that I still need that I haven't been able to find yet. And there's 4 tailors. I think I have them all already known, and already known. So 5, 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So what's the one that, yes, the jeweler. 13. There we go. We'll start with Gisling. We'll see he's got 3 quests: saving the crops, the killing crofts, and running them off. Thank you.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Excellent. The defenses are sufficiently weakened now. My men and I will be able to handle this ourselves. These horde foes will be driven from our lands. As for you, my father wishes to speak with you about another matter. Good. Saving the crops.
Brings you to these lands.
Thank you for returning these to us. I had assumed they were merely burning our fields to the ground, but I am glad that some of our crops could be saved. I will have these crops distributed among the people.
Our mission
And
is dire.
the killing crofts. Orcs. This is far worse than I thought. We will soon find ourselves surrounded by the very worst of our enemies. We need to take action quickly if Garsfield is to survive. So now we'll go ahead and turn in these. Last 2, half a harvest and a standard start. We'll turn in half a harvest first.
You did very well.
They received what they deserved. Rohan will hold strong, no matter the foe. I thank you for your aid. And now the standard assault.
Thank you for your help.
Good. Those half-orcs will pay for giving us so much trouble. The loss of their banners will symbolize what little stake they will continue to have in our lands. A strong start, to be sure, but we have more work to do. It looks like he has some more quests for me. Eyes out of the sky.
I need your help.
Egric told me of your efforts to drive off the Crebanes from our crofts. You aided us greatly, but as always, the Crebanes had flocked back to Garsfield. When the Crebanes first arrived, they came from the west. They were simply a nuisance at first, but as you can see for yourself what they have done to our crops. I had the crofters set traps near their homes a few weeks back, but since the goblins and the half-orcs raided our fields, the traps have been of little use. If you would, travel out to the crofts and thin their numbers. Also, if you could place some bait in those traps, we might find at least some success against these feats. So defeat Tren Crebain and bait 8 traps. So those are what those things were for out in that field. Okay. So we'll go ahead and head back out there once I get rebuffed. Oh, that's the max I can show. I can't move down anymore. That's the max buffs I can show. Okay. Oh, there's a fire roll. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to find a fire roll about how much time I had left on it. So now we'll head out here and we'll kill Crebain and we'll bait those traps. Those are what those cages were. I thought there was a side quest for those. It was from him. I thought it was actually out here where I picked it up. Company? Okay, I should be able to take him out. There we go. 2 more tattered shadows. Strap. I think I gotta go up this way. There we go. Yeah, I still need 4 more traps and 4 more Crabane. And there's 2 of the traps and 1 of the Crabane right there. 3 of the traps, actually. Just go ahead and pick these 3 up real quick. And there's the last one right there. There we go. So now we'll just take out these last few Crabane, and we should be ready to head back. And that is that. So we'll port back to Garsfield, and we'll turn in that quest.
Thank you for your help.
Very good. The Crabane should no longer pose such a threat to us. The time has come for a discussion about your actions here and about the future of Garsfield. But for now, you again have my thanks. Let me go ahead and spend the Mount XP that I have real quick. I've got 3 more points to spend. Looks like that whole tree is maxed, and here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and talk to Gisil about the setting sun.
I need your help.
We cannot deceive ourselves any longer. The half-orcs will continue to hound us at every turn. More Crabane will flock here from the west, and with the orcs pushing up from the south, we simply will not survive. Some action must be taken. While I already know what I feel what must be done, I would ask that you speak to 2 of my most trusted soldiers, and my son. Go to them, learn their opinions, then we shall speak again. First one he wants to talk to is Odnoth. I have a feeling he's probably over here in this house. That was close. There he is.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
He still wishes to know my thoughts. Then you shall have them. Garsfield will fall. Our foes are too numerous, and no aid comes to us from the Reeve. We should flee to Snowborne while we still can. Well, I mean, it is an honest thing. If you've got that many foes, the best thing to do, is because you've got women and children and crofters here, is to retreat. I will grant him that is not an unwise decision. It's more important to defend the people than it is because the towns can be rebuilt. People can't.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I will tell you what action should be taken. We should slaughter our foes, every last one. Gisil's the most seasoned warrior among us, yet there he sits, content to converse as our proud town burns to the ground. Albert spits on the ground. There are more than enough of us to defeat any foe we face, but we cower within these walls. I respect my lord, but I have lost my patience. When Gisil is ready to take action, he can tell me himself. And we'll go ahead and talk to Gisling and see what he has to say.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
My father knows my feelings. I'm hesitant to abandon a town I've called my home for many years now, but I know that our foes will eventually find their way in. Perhaps if we could evacuate the crofters to Snowborne, we could at least protect those that cannot defend themselves. I do not know for certain if it will do us any good, but tell my father of my thoughts. And that's not a bad action either. You know, that way you've got your people who are the most vulnerable protected, yet you're still fighting for the town, so... not a bad choice either.
Thank you for your help.
Ah, yes. All three of them said exactly what I expected. My son and I see eye to eye on this matter. The crofters must be led to safety, for there is no way to hold against these forces. However, with the caravans destroyed between Snowborne and Garsfield, many challenges will come with this decision. We have much to discuss. A croft too far.
I need your help.
The time is nearly come for us to set out for Snowborne with the crofters. My men and I will remain and hold Garsfield for as long as we are able. But before you go, I require your aid in some final preparations. Gisling and I each have a task for you, and one of the townsfolk, a fellow by the name of Langar, has also asked for your assistance. Once these matters are dealt with, we will depart for Snowborne. Okay, so what is your task? The Lost Croft.
I need you to do this.
To the south is one of our largest farmsteads, since we know that the orcs have already begun to invade from the south. I fear for anyone still dwelling there. While they have resisted my order to seek shelter in Garfield, I will not leave them behind when the rest of the crofters depart. Travel to the south and fend off the orcs, and at least long enough to see if any have survived. I can only hope we are not too late. Defeat 10 orcs and savage 6 orc caches. And Gisling has 2 quests for me. The Need to Survive and The Spared of Mordor.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Greetings again. I have faith in my father's plan, but in order not to place too heavy a burden upon Snowborne, many of our rations must travel with the crofters. Our rations are stored about the town, but I need you to gather them for me so that Elbricht, Odenoth, and I can begin stowing them for the journey. Return to me when you have gathered the rations. That makes sense. And his other quest,
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
The Spared of Mordor. Now I know my father is of great concern for the safety of his people, but I know not if any could survive an orc assault with simple farming tools. When you reach the southern crofts, please search for any survivors. If the orcs are already upon them, I truly hold little hope. Yet, with your aid, perhaps they can be saved. Hurry to the south and rescue any crofters you can find. I can definitely do that. And now I need to find Langar. And that's probably where he is. And if I see any of those rations while I'm exploring, I'll pick those up too. There he is. And it looks like there's some of the rations that I need right there. Oh, he's got a little kitty.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Hell, you came to speak with me? You've already done more than the others that have said to stay. And sad as it is to stay. These are hard times, aye, but surely we can spare rations for my cat. Do they expect me to let him starve? If you would, grab some rations for me near the meat hall. The guards are not keen on allowing rations for animals, aside from the horses, of course, so they might get in your way, but best to avoid them if you can, I think. I will be waiting, and please, this would mean so much to me. You will be rewarded in kind. So I need to find food for Langar's cat and then stay hidden from the guards after I get it. Well, I am a cat herder, so I guess that makes sense, right? There's 8, there's 9 right there. And there's 10. We'll go ahead and go and talk to Gisling real quick in the meat hall, turn in that quest, and then we'll see about finding the cat rations.
What brings you to these lands?
We shall stow these rations away for our journey. Thank you for your aid. So now I have a very important quest. I must find cat rations. You discovered a bucket full of fish. Now I need to avoid the guards. Oh shit, hurry, 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 hurry. There we go. I have delivered the food to Langar's cat. Yes. I have done the most important quest in the entire game. I have fed a cat.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh, thank you, thank you. I cannot tell you how much this means to me. The gods look at me as if though I am crazy, but you trusted in the importance of my request. I fear what would have happened had you not aided me. Here, take this. You deserve it for such a kind deed. Alright, so now we need to head down to that southern croft. I don't think I could go this way. No, that doesn't look very safe. Hey, like I said, it was a very important quest. I think they should have given me a title for that one, you know? Or maybe even a couple of LOTRO points. I don't know. Go ahead and get buffed up here, because I'm not sure what I'm going to find when I get to this croft. I have to defeat orcs, and I need to scavenge orc caches, so... Another one. You have found slain crofters. Aid has come too late, but perhaps others can be rescued. These crofters also has a group at the end, but in the distance you can see a man slumped against the pole of a house. We'll talk to Cedric here.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Untie me, please. They killed everyone. I have to get out of here. Garsfield, you say? Yes, yes, I will go right away. I cannot be here any longer. The families, all of them, gone. New quest, no survivors. You have found a trail of footprints off the side of the road south of Snowborne. You should follow the footprints to discover if anyone else escaped the sacking of the croft. We'll go ahead and get these last caches that I need, and then we will follow those footprints. I think I need to head that way. Right there, one of the footprints. You see more footprints leading into the distance. You see another footprint in the distance, as well as several orc tracks. As you follow the trail, you spot darkened blood on the ground. Perhaps an orc was slain nearby? Examining the blood. Even before the body in the distance catches your eye, you can tell that this is not the blood of the orc. Damn. This Rohan and his steed were slain by the orcs. Ysil will want to know of this. Alright, so we'll head back to Garsfield and we'll turn them in. It looks like I have a number of quests to turn into Ysil. First one is no survivors.
You did very well.
Ysil sighs heavily. So, even the raiders could not escape. What a grim end for my folk. Thank you for telling me, as horrid as the truth is. I will not allow the crofters to come to such a terrible end. We must depart now, or risk losing everything. And that gives me the 10,000 reputation mark known to the Sucrofts. The Lost Croft.
You did very well.
The death of those orcs has brought us nothing except the smallest amount of time. My delay has cost my people dearly. I need time to think. But I have one more quest to turn into you, or two of them. A croft too far.
You did very well.
Actually, no, that's the Spirit of Mordor I need to turn in first.
You did very well.
One survived after all. My heart is still heavy with guilt, but at least one life was saved. I do not recognize this man, though. Perhaps he has come from Westfold. No matter. He must join the caravan south. And now, a croft too far.
Thank you for your help.
The preparations are made, and it is time for me to alert the crofters so they can gather their belongings. Thank you for your aid. The caravan will have much use of your protection. I must speak to you again before we depart. Oh, and there's some level 50 runes. We'll go ahead and use those real quick. And I did, by the way, manage to get my everything up to 125. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm 1 point short on my Ascendant Light. So I was like 1 point short. I've got everything else maxed out. So I did finally manage to do that. The caravan to Snowborne.
I need you to do this.
The preparations have been made, and my people are make ready as we speak. They must reach the safety of Snowborne, for no other place in the Sucrofts will keep them from harm. The Reeve of the Sucrofts, Fastred, is a brash young man, but a caring leader. He will not suffer the deaths of his people if they could easily be saved by our actions. I cannot thank you enough for the aid you have provided me and my people. It is unfortunate that our paths must split, but it is my duty to hold Garsfield to my last. When you are ready to depart, speak with me. Time grows short. Alright. Let me get buffed up here real quick. Here we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn in the quest. The caravan to Snowborne. Gisling has gathered the crofters. Are you ready to depart?
Fearing for the safety of my people, I have decreed that my son Gisling is to escort the crofters of Garsfield to safety within the walls of Snowborne. However, the road south is fraught with danger as foes approach from all directions.
And there's the 5 LOTRO points. Looks like he's got the crofters gathered, so let's go ahead and see what we need to do. We've made it this far, but I fear the road south will be fraught with danger. You have done well so deal with so severe blow to our foes near Garsfield, but the fields to the south may be rife with orcs. Let me gather the crofters. We must set out as soon as we are able. Everyone, gather to me. We must make ready to finish our journey to Snowborne. Good. I hope you're ready. Your rest here was enough for us. We must press on. It is possible we will encounter more resistance from our foes as we are near Snowborne. But fear not. Shantrantra and I will defend you to our very last, should that occur. Now then, let us depart with haste. And you have the loyal Goose of Gondor to protect you. Her honking will drive off the orcs. Remember to get the guide ability from the rep render right next to the meat hall. Oh, most definitely. I may not have the rep yet. I think that they usually require Kindred or higher in order to get the some of the ports, but we'll see. But if I can gate it, I most definitely will. There we go. I have a feeling we're going to be... The orcs have found us, even this close. Alright, where are they? There they are. There we go. Acquaintance? Okay, well then I should be able to easily get it. That would be cool. I did pick up a couple of extra return homes, but if anytime I can get a free port like that, I'll gladly pick it up. There we go. I think we did it. We have made it, and the Crofters are safe. I fear this would not have been possible without your aid. We have made it. Perhaps you and I are the worse for wear, but thankfully the Crofters have made it here unscathed. We have much to do in Snowborne. Let us get to it.
Our mission is dire.
So we've made it to Snowborne. And if you're looking for homesteads, there are your two homestead brokers right there. I got most of the guide ones, but I skipped some of the zones so I don't have those. Yeah, I tend the same way. I try to get as many of them as I can. There's probably a few that I've earned that I actually need to go back and pick up. So let's head to the mead hall. We'll do the mead hall first. I'd rather if I can pick that up, I'd rather do that. Here we go. The miscellany probably has it. Misk. Yep, there we go. Guide to Snowborne. And I'll pick up return once I get kindred status. And let's see, level... I think I have the 85 war. I think I've got that already. $402,167. Yep, that's the same one I've got, so I don't need that right now. I can't pick up a new one till 95. Any tailor recipes? Yes, I can pick up a whole bunch of tailor recipes. Potent skirmish leggings of the mark. 529. Yep, so let's go ahead and get the medium armor. And we'll grab the Cloak of the Mark while I'm here. Scholar. That's what I've been waiting for. Battle lore. Yes, I need that. Those I don't need right now. Don't need those. Here we go. And it's nice. I can actually turn them into some Runes of Legend, which will move me down the track. And what cosmetics can I get? Ant Wash Ceremonial Cloak? What does it look like? I don't like hooded cloaks. And they're all hooded, so I won't be picking up any of the cosmetics.
These lands are not to be traveled lightly.
Sucrofts weapons. 48.8. Agility, in combat power regen, max power. $66 agility, 60 vitality. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. We'll go and grab that. We'll go ahead and use these recipes real quick and get them into my book. Scholar ones I most desperately need. Those are enhanced battle ones right there. I picked up a map to the Eminenius Ranger camp. We'll go ahead and throw that into storage. And is that bound to character, or is that bound to account, or neither? So we'll put that in shared. And throw that one is map treasure field. I don't need that anymore. There we go.
It is wise for wanderers to equip themselves well.
Let me check the leather jacket is 618. The reinforced is also 618. So I've got higher gauge armor, so I don't need it. Embroidered Sucrofts cloak though, that might be interesting. 412, 99, 16, 187. Same thing I've got. Okay. All right. So now I have the port that will get me back here. So that's good. All right. Let's go ahead and talk to Gisling. We'll set that as my quest guide focus so I can locate him. There he is.
What brings you to these lands?
We have made it, but thanks in no small part to you. I can only hope that my father and his men will hold Garsfield in the days to come. See the mace, 49.4. I shouldn't have spent the points. It has 30 fate though, so it's while it's a little bit better in damage, I think that weapon is still going to be better for me overall. The tarnished ring. That might be... Nope, that's not... And the gold earring. 93 vitality. 34... Nope. Nope. Nope and nope. So, what's the most expensive thing here? 5, 5, and 14. A message for Fastrid.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
The first thing to be done is to speak with Astrid. He is the leader of the Sucrofts, and a young, brutal leader. He may be upset with my father for his actions, but the dangers facing the Sucrofts are quite real, and sooner or later he will need to understand that. He spends most of his time in the mead hall, so you will likely find him there. And he has another quest for me, the refugees of Garsfield.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
We have made it. The crofters are now safe in Snowborne, but I know not where they are to stay. I do not think Vastra will be so cold as to have them live in the streets of his fine city, so I am certain there is something we can do. Seek out a guard and see if they are aware of any open homes at Snowborne. I can do that. Oh, I'm sure if they have some mithril coins, they can get a house. Ride around Snowborne real quick and see if I can find the guard that I need to talk to. Well, I did find the Vault Keeper Auctioneer in the mailbox. That's always good. It's like here's the crafting area. And there's the guard I need to talk to. Your actions were bold, traveler. Conceal we hear much for such a blatant disregard for Vastra's rule. Nevertheless, we cannot keep them in the streets. I'll have my men clear room in some of the nearby homes. Most of the homes near our tradesfolk are not filled, so you'll likely find room there. Be quick about this, though. You've discovered an emptied home near the kitchen. That's the bank. You discovered an emptied home near the barracks. And it looks like there, and there. So we'll go ahead and head over that way now. You discovered an emptied home near the mead hall. Discovered an emptied home near the tavern. And an emptied home near the auction hall. Send Garfield's refugees to their new homes. Right. Good. At least these people will be safe. There's Eomer. I'll need to talk to him soon, but I need to find the other Garfield refugee. There he is. There he is. Okay, so let's go back and talk to Gisling and let him know that the refugees have found homes. And then we'll start... Then I will probably have to go ahead and call it a day at this point. Because this will be a good stopping point.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My father knew what he was doing. My father knew what he was bringing upon himself by doing this, and I am certain that he does not fear any reprisal from Bastet. But you have done well, and I will wager that the Crofters of Garsfield will not forget you for all you have done for them. Now then, there is more business to attend here in Snowborne. And before we pick up that business, I am going to go ahead and call an end to my stream for today. So I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. We accomplished a lot. We went ahead and saved Garfield. And we are right now in Snowborne. And I know we need to head up to... where is it that we need to head up to? I know we need to head up to Wildermore, because that's where the Boffin quest will head me to. So we'll probably be heading up there sometime soon, up to the Wildermore area. So we'll go ahead and pick that one up at another time. But let me go ahead and see where we are at right now. We've got some people in chat, and I always like to go ahead and share and spread and get more people involved and help out some smaller streamers with some with a little raid. So to go ahead and see who is available right now, and we will go ahead and see what we've got. Doesn't look anybody who's streaming Lord of the Rings online has not been... Well, actually, there's one viewer right there. Let us jump into Middle Earth. No. No, actually, no. We're going to go ahead and call it here. I don't see anybody that I can send you to right now. So, I have a good one, people. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Again, if you know of any world events that you'd like to have advertised, please send me an email or post on my Discord server or post down below, and I'll go ahead and make sure that that information gets spread out on my next streams. But until I see you all again, take care, be safe, have a good time, stay healthy, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye, my friends.